We also we politic for fair and inclusive policy that impact all that call DC home.
Well, fair housing in DC, what that looks like to me is when there are individuals at different price points or income levels where they are seeking home ownership.
Credit be an equal opportunity for every resident.
We need to continue to celebrate our diversity, our contributions as a nation for all minorities.
Because I feel that there's a lack of information right now when it comes to the financing component for housing.
Hi, we are so excited for this historic moment, really. We are going to have a fireside chat with one Irene Kang, who is our new legislative director. And I cannot stress enough how excited we are as an organization to have such a powerhouse and force in the political space, and particularly housing, now on our team. She will be chatting with the esteemed Councilmember Anita Bonds, Councilwoman at Large.
So, Councilmember, I wanted to give you an opportunity to speak, and I wanted to hear what your vision was for the future of public housing, since it was thrust into the political spotlight recently.
But we've got to start putting our imprint on this so that we have housing for the people that want to live in the District of Columbia.
I am going to bring up some members. I would like to first call Christopher Serrana up, who is a colleague of mine, who is president of the LGBTQ+ Alliance. And I'd also like to bring up Ms. Sandra Stewart, who I think this is breaking news that DCAR will be getting a women's council this year, and she's gonna be president. We're gonna bring up Diana Carrasco from the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. We're gonna bring up Sue Chong, who is the president of the Asian American Real Estate of America Alliance. And we got Stephanie DeBerry, who is president of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers. All right, come on up, guys. Like, what is fair housing, like, what does that mean to you?
Well, for me, being the chapter chair of the LGBTQ+ Real Estate Alliance, it means that folks in the District of Columbia are lucky. The LGBTQ+ Columbia is very lucky because that folks like myself can be discriminated against in 20 states, still to this day.
Well, I'm gonna say this, being a woman, who runs the world? Girls. Come on, who runs the world? Girls. Okay? So being your, I'm gonna say Greater Capital Area Association of Realtors president for Women's Council, and then coming in as your DCAR state president for Women's Council, fair housing means, and I'm going to come from a perspective of a woman, okay? So it's us working together, okay, as women, and, our colleagues, allies helping us, bringing to everyone's attention that everyone deserves to own property. It is the American dream. Us working together to change the narrative. And that means more of us buying houses.
What are some milestones that you foresee coming up this year that you'd like to see accomplished with your organization?
And in talking about the milestone that we would like to see accomplished or improved, we have 3 policy priorities that we really like to push. And I'll name all 3, but and then I'll tell you which one I think we need to work harder. There are 3 equally important. We believe that housing inventory and immigration have to be worked harder. We believe that immigration policy, we see it as an economic policy, because we believe that if we pass an immigration reform, we can address the construction shortage. We can address the creation of generational wealth through the acquisition of real estate. And our third policy priority is access to credit. Latinos are twice as likely to be approved for an FHA mortgage, and 81% of Latinos are denied conventional mortgage. So in that regard, even if you look at it from the housing perspective, we are 81% disadvantaged to compete in the current market because we cannot access the credit the same way everybody else can. And so we really see that access to credit is something that we need to work. Of course, immigration is a bigger goal, and we can address many more things, but yes, access to credit has to be really pushed in order for Latinos to be homeowners and to really acquire more housing.
Because we are not politicians, we have the liberty and responsibility to be activists and organize our communities to see true progress. We in this room are our forerunners' progress. We are DCAR. And coming together today was done with the intention of being a greater impact together, a jumping off point to genuine relationships as allies in advocacy work that moves all our communities forward. I hope you all find today fruitful and that this is just the beginning.